Did you know that 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? That means more than 3/4 of people are stuck in a cycle where they're just barely getting by, constantly scrambling to make ends meet. But what if there was a way to break free from that cycle? What if you could stop worrying about your finances and start living life on your terms? You don't have to be born into wealth to create a life of financial freedom. The secret? Shifting your mindset and learning the strategies that the wealthiest people have used for generations. In The Rich Dad Explained by Robert Kiyosaki, we're diving deep into the principles that can transform your relationship with money. Forget the typical advice that only focuses on getting a high-paying job or cutting back on your spending. Kiyosaki teaches us that true wealth doesn't come from earning more, it comes from understanding money, investing wisely, and building assets that put cash in your pocket every month. You're about to discover practical, actionable steps that will help you break free from financial stress and start building the future you deserve. By the end of this, you'll understand how to create passive income, leverage your assets, and adopt the mindset of someone who's already on the path to financial freedom. So, are you ready to start making the moves that will change your life forever? Building assets should be your primary financial goal if you want to achieve financial freedom. It's all about owning things that make you money, like real estate, stocks, or businesses. Imagine owning a property that not only appreciates in value but also generates rental income. That's the magic of building assets. Instead of draining your bank account on liabilities, things that cost you money without giving anything back, focus on assets that increase your net worth over time. But how do you start building these assets? The first step is understanding where to allocate your resources. Start by investing in things that can generate passive income, like dividend-paying stocks or rental properties. For example, a property that brings in a consistent rental income will gradually build your wealth, allowing you to reinvest that money into more assets. The key is to make your money work for you, not the other way around. The key mistake most people make is accumulating liabilities without realizing it. Think about it. How many of us have bought a car that costs more than we can afford, only to find out it's taking away from our savings? Liabilities are anything that doesn't put money in your pocket. Credit card debt? Liabilities. An expensive car or luxury items that lose value quickly? Liabilities. It's time to change your thinking and focus on what will help you build a stable financial future. Imagine living in a world where your income doesn't come from working harder or longer hours. That's the beauty of owning assets. Instead of trading your time for money, you're getting paid while you sleep, travel, or enjoy time with family. It's the freedom that comes from building smart investments, whether it's through real estate, stocks, or even a profitable side business. You're no longer chained to a paycheck. You've built a system that generates cash flow for you. You don't have to start big to begin building your asset base. Start small, but start today. Invest in a stock or start that side hustle you've been thinking about. As you learn more about how money works, you'll find more ways to create multiple income streams. And once you've started, the next logical step is to think about how to manage and grow that cash flow. But how exactly do you manage that growing money pool? In the next step, we'll dive into the crucial role that financial education plays in your journey. Financial education is key. Many people believe that just getting a good education is enough to secure financial success. But let me tell you, formal education alone won't make you rich. The key to building wealth is financial literacy. The rich invest time and money into learning how money works, how to manage it, and how to make it grow. This isn't something they teach in most schools, so it's up to you to take charge of your financial education. Think about it. Do you know how to create an investment plan? Or how to properly assess stocks, real estate, or even crypto? Most people don't, and that's why they stay stuck in a cycle of working harder for money without getting ahead. The rich, However, understand how to leverage financial knowledge to make money work for them. They read books, take courses, and always look for ways to improve their understanding of money. One of the best ways to start your financial education is by picking up books that teach you about wealth building. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is an obvious choice, but don't stop there. Dive into books on real estate investing, stock market strategies, and even personal finance habits. The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to make smart financial decisions. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to money. Let's be real, anyone can work hard to make money, but if you don't know what to do with that money, it's going to slip through your fingers. Financial education teaches you to think strategically about your money. How do you protect it from inflation? How do you invest to grow it? These are the questions that rich people ask. The sooner you start asking these questions, the sooner you'll be on the path to financial freedom. You don't need a degree in finance to get started. You just need a willingness to learn. Start small, watch videos, read blogs, and talk to people who are financially successful. You'll be surprised how much information is out there, often for free. The more you learn, the more you'll realize that financial success is a skill, not a stroke of luck. And once you master the basics, the next step is learning how to apply that knowledge to make your money work harder for you. Understand the power of cash flow. When most people think about money, they focus on their paycheck. But here's the thing, cash flow is the true game changer. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and how much you can make work for you. Cash flow comes from assets, things like rental income, dividends from stocks, or profits from a business you've built. Instead of waiting for a paycheck every month, imagine having money constantly coming in from multiple sources. That's what true financial freedom looks like. A lot of people believe that if they just work harder, they'll eventually have enough money to feel secure. But here's the harsh reality, relying on your earned income alone is risky. If you lose your job or something happens to your health, that paycheck stops. On the other hand, cash flow from assets continues even when you're not working. That's why the rich focus on building multiple streams of cash flow. The more cash flow you have, the less dependent you are on a paycheck, and the more freedom you get. One powerful example of cash flow in action is real estate. Let's say you buy a property that generates $1,500 in rental income each month. Even if you're not working or are on vacation, that money is still coming in. Now, take that money and invest it into another property, and soon you're building an empire of cash-generating assets. The more properties or investments you own, the more cash flow you create. This is how the wealthy grow their wealth over time, by turning their money into a constant flow. What about stocks? You don't need to be a millionaire to get started with investments that generate cash flow. Many dividend-paying stocks pay out quarterly, providing you with regular payments. Let's say you invest in a few companies that pay a 4% annual dividend yield. Over time, those dividends add up, creating a steady stream of passive income. This kind of income doesn't require you to clock in every day. It just requires a smart, well-thought-out investment strategy. The beauty of cash flow is that it offers stability. Imagine not worrying about bills because you've built a system that supports you. That's the power of investing in assets that provide cash flow. And once you start building your cash flow system, the next step is understanding how to scale that income to give you even more freedom. But how do you go from a small flow to something bigger? That's the next step, and it's all about taking control of your financial future. Take control of your financial future. The rich don't sit around waiting for things to happen. They take control of their financial future. While most people are content to rely on their job or their boss, the wealthy make intentional decisions that put them in the driver's seat of their financial life. They don't leave their future to chance. If they don't like their financial situation, they change it. The first step to doing this is realizing that you're in control. Your financial destiny isn't tied to someone else's decisions, it's in your hands. Take, for example, someone who decides they want to escape the 9-to-5 grind. They don't just talk about it, they make a plan and act on it. This might mean cutting unnecessary expenses, starting a side business, or investing in income-generating assets. The key is taking consistent, deliberate actions toward financial freedom. You have the ability to choose where you put your money and how you spend your time, and the decisions you make today will determine where you end up tomorrow. Let's say you've got a day job, but you're also building a small business on the side. By the time that side business generates enough income to replace your job salary, you'll have the freedom to quit. But it doesn't just happen overnight. It requires hard work, patience, and, most importantly, a commitment to your financial independence. The rich don't depend on one source of income, they build multiple sources to create the life they want. Another example, the wealthy know the importance of networking and building relationships. They understand that their network can open doors, introduce them to opportunities, and provide resources they need to take their financial life to the next level. Whether it's learning about a new investment opportunity or finding partners for a business venture, they're always proactive about expanding their circle and using it to advance their financial goals. And you can do the same. Don't wait for things to happen, make them happen. Taking control of your financial future also means taking responsibility for the decisions you make. This is where financial education comes into play. Once you've learned the basics of investing, building passive income, and managing money wisely, you'll be able to make decisions that work for you. The sooner you step up and take control, the sooner you'll be able to start making money work for you rather than working for money. And that's where true financial freedom begins. Don't fear failure, learn from it. Failure is a part of the journey to success, and if you're afraid to fail, you'll never get ahead. The rich understand this better than anyone. They embrace failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward. They don't see failure as the end of the road, they see it as a lesson that gets them one step closer to their goal. Failure is simply feedback, a chance to adjust the course and try again. The key is to keep going, no matter how many times you stumble along the way. Take a moment to think about the most successful people you know. Do you think they've never faced challenges? Of course, they have. But instead of giving up when things didn't go as planned, they learn from their mistakes. If you invest in a business that doesn't take off, do you throw in the towel? No! You analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and tweak your approach until you find the right formula. And that's how wealth is built, by turning every setback into a stepping stone. Failure also teaches resilience. When you're knocked down, you get back up, dust yourself off, and try again, stronger and smarter. Let's say you start an online business and your first product launch flops. It stings, but instead of walking away, you use that experience to refine your marketing strategy, improve your product, and come back even stronger. Each failure builds your confidence and your skill set. The more you fail, the closer you get to success. Think of big names like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, both faced monumental failures. But those failures didn't define them, they used them to fuel their determination. They made mistakes, but they didn't let those mistakes stop them from innovating and pushing forward. And you can do the same in your journey to financial freedom. Each mistake you make is another lesson learned. Just make sure you're always moving forward, no matter what. The beauty of failure is that it's not permanent. Every time you face a setback, you have the opportunity to pivot, adapt, and come back stronger. And if you can learn to embrace this mindset, you'll be able to keep pushing toward your financial goals, no matter how tough things get. Failure is just a detour on the road to success, and the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll find your way to financial freedom. Leverage OPM, other people's money. One of the smartest strategies the wealthy use is leveraging other people's money, OPM. You don't have to have all the cash to build wealth, you just need to know how to use other people's resources to amplify your success. Whether it's taking out a loan for an investment property, bringing on business partners, or using investors to help scale a business, leveraging OPM is a game changer. It's all about using external resources to grow your wealth while minimizing your own financial risk. Imagine you want to buy a rental property. You don't need to have the full purchase price up front. You can take out a loan from the bank, get some investment from private lenders, and use that money to acquire the property. With the income from rent, you pay back the loan, and over time, the property appreciates in value. You've used OPM to build long-term wealth with little upfront risk. This is a classic example of how the rich use other people's money to their advantage. Business owners also leverage OPM by seeking investors. Instead of going it alone, they bring in partners who contribute capital in exchange for a stake in the business. This allows the business to scale quickly without the owner having to risk all their own funds. If you're starting a business, think about where you could bring in investors or partners who can help fund your vision. You don't have to bear all the financial burden yourself, just make sure you structure the deal so that everyone wins. And it's not just about borrowing money, it's also about using other people's time and expertise. When you hire employees, contractors, or advisors, you're leveraging their skills to propel your business forward. You don't need to know everything. Surround yourself with people who complement your strengths and help you move faster. By building a strong network and utilizing other people's knowledge, you can accelerate your path to success. Leverage isn't about getting something for nothing. It's about creating a win-win situation. The rich use OPM in ways that create value for everyone involved. They're not afraid to take on debt or share ownership because they understand the bigger picture. Using leverage allows them to grow faster than they could on their own. The key is knowing when and how to use other people's money wisely, always with a plan to pay it back and continue growing your wealth. Master the mindset of wealth. Building wealth isn't just about having money, it's about having the right mindset. The wealthy think differently than most people. Instead of focusing on limitations, they focus on opportunities. They don't just work for a paycheck, they think about how to grow their assets, generate passive income, and secure financial freedom. The key to this mindset shift is understanding that wealth doesn't happen overnight, and it's not about chasing the next big thing. It's about developing long-term, strategic thinking. To master the mindset of wealth, start by adopting a growth mindset. The rich don't let failures define them, and they don't shy away from challenges. They see obstacles as opportunities to learn and improve. So, how can you start shifting your mindset? Start by investing in financial education. Pick up books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, or Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These books aren't just about investing, they teach you how to think like someone who's already achieved success. Another key to a wealthy mindset is focusing on creating value. Instead of looking for ways to get rich quickly, the wealthy focus on how they can serve others and solve problems. Whether it's through starting a business, investing in real estate, or creating content, they know that success comes when they add value to the world. Ask yourself, how can I create value in my industry or niche? What can I offer that others need or want? When you shift your focus from how can I get rich to how can I help others, you're aligning yourself with wealth-building principles. Rich people are also comfortable with taking calculated risks. They don't gamble, but they know that in order to make big moves, they need to take some risks. This might mean investing in stocks, real estate, or even starting a new business. But the key is to do your homework and make informed decisions. They understand that every opportunity comes with some level of risk, and they're willing to take on those risks in order to secure long-term rewards. If you're afraid to take risks, you're not likely to reach financial freedom anytime soon. Mastering the mindset of wealth also means thinking long-term. Wealthy people don't make decisions based on short-term gratification. They think about how their choices will impact their future. Whether it's investing in assets that will appreciate over time or building a business that will generate passive income, they understand that the most important thing is to make decisions today that will pay off down the road. This mindset is what helps them build lasting wealth that doesn't depend on the next paycheck. Now that you've learned the core principles of wealth building, it's time to ask yourself, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to take control of your financial future and start applying the strategies you've learned? The mindset of the wealthy isn't just something they talk about, it's something they live by every single day. And it's not as complicated as it sounds. By shifting how you think about money, investing in yourself, and taking calculated risks, you can start building the life you've always dreamed of. But here's the thing. Just knowing these principles won't do much unless you take action. So, make sure you're putting these steps into practice today. If you want to take it a step further and dive deeper into how you can really transform your life and finances, don't wait. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start learning how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and maintain mental clarity under financial pressure with my program Holistic Health. Nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life. It's time to take what you've learned and turn it into real results. Remember, the path to financial freedom is within your reach. You don't have to settle for less than what you deserve. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to keep learning tips that could transform your relationship with money. And check out the material in the pinned comment to start implementing everything you've learned today, because your future starts now.